Everyone, welcome to an all-new episode of Video and Arcade Brothers, the podcast show where we keep you entertained, we have fun, and we talk about video,
game, and collectibles.
Oh,
Woo, let's go!
Let's get this done.
Do this. I got it right there.
Yeah. It took you a bit, but you got it. But welcome everyone. Thank you for being here as always. Every Saturday night with me and my brothers here, just talking the shit, getting some great stuff going, So basically, last week we had a very awesome show where we went down Retro Boulevard and talked about all the great stuff from when we were younger, what we loved from movies. Collectibles and video games, and we had some great chats there, all thanks to Josh's wife Danielle, who gave the idea for that, which we'll be doing.
Woman.
What a good woman. which we'll be doing every end of the month. That will be like our tribute episode to the past, but this week we're jumping into the news that happened. Some of us has some very awesome news about the Nintendo Direct that happened last week, which was pretty freaking epic. There was some great new trailers that released, courtesy of Netflix, and we'll get talking about that very soon. But yeah, there's been a lot of great news, and today we're just going to have some fun talking about it as we always do. I'm sure we'll probably go over, but that's okay. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. And let's talk about our first topic, and I'm going to go first here once I get this ready. All right, so Netflix had a big showcase of new trailers that they have released for their new lineup of shows that will be hitting the streaming service, and there's a lot of great stuff. Of course, we got our first little preview of the opening to Cowboy Bebop, the new show that if you're a huge anime fan, you might be excited for it. We also got a new trailer for Stranger Things Season 4, which I'm very excited for, and I think it's about time. We've been waiting for that one for a while because of the pandemic, so hopefully we'll get to finally see that soon. But there is one trailer that topped everything, and it's my favorite show ever created, and that is Cobra Kai Season 4. Now, let's go Cobra Kai here, boys and girls. Now, of course, this is the continuation off of the incredible Karate Kid movies of the 80s, and we have the continuation of Johnny's story and Daniel LaRusso. Of course, Johnny gets a little more spotlight because this is basically his telling of what happens after getting defeated by Daniel at the All Valley Karate Tournament. He goes through some hard times. He still blames Daniel for all his troubles. He decides to start up the Cobra Kai gym again, even though he knew that it was wrong. He tries to teach his kids the same lessons that he learned, though, he does start to see that the lessons that he's learned is now tainting the kids like it tainted him and his fellow karate mates. And the story has just gotten so great over the past 3 seasons. So good that, every episode is just magic. The not only the director but the writers of this show really get what Karate Kid is all about, and how to not only help us who are huge fans of Karate Kid, um, feel at home, but you also got this new generation of people who've never grew up with the movies, and they're jumping into this franchise for the very first time, and they're getting pushed to go and watching all those awesome movies. There are 4 Karate Kids movies. There's 3 with Ralph Macchino, which of course is the main Karate Kid, and then there's also one with Hilary Swank, which a lot of people probably don't remember. Which I'm sure we might see some tie-in into this season 4. But so far, we got the trailer. Daniel and Johnny are now working together to take on Cobra Kai. Though those two working together are like cat and mouse fighting with each other, and it's just an all-out chaos. With this new season, we got our friend coming back, the main villain baddie of the 3rd movie, Terry Silver. Terry Silver is now joining Kyle Kreese.
Kyle Kreese.
Yeah, Kyle Kreese. And he's back. Everything is just gonna be intensified in this 4th season. I'm super pumped. I can talk about this all day. We can spend our whole episode talking about Cobra Kai. But I'm sure you guys have seen the trailer.
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't seen the trailer.
I'm just
what
joking.
The hell is wrong with you?
I am totally joking. I can't even remember how many times I've seen the trailer.
Oh man, watching that trailer just gives me goosebumps every time. I absolutely love that. It's not only is the music perfect, the fight scenes are really well choreographed. I love all the characters. There's not a character that I can say that I actually don't like. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Daniel's daughter, Sam. I do love Tori from the Cobra Kai. I think she's amazing, and she's badass. But Hawk, let's talk about Hawk for a sec.
Oh my God!
Let's talk about Hawk because, of course, Hawk went through the bad way at the beginning for the first 3 seasons, and then at the end of season 3, something happens. He changes. He comes and he kicks ass. He saves his friend. Not that he broke his arm before, but he gets back and he saves his friend from getting his arm broken yet again. And it's probably the most badass scene because he's charging at him, and of course his ex-friend at the time believes that he's coming to finish him, and instead he pulls off the other guy, smashes him through a glass table, and kicks the other one across the face. Absolutely one of the best moments.
I love that season finale.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, the season finales have been so great. If it's not a huge rumble at the school, it's a huge fight scene. Yeah, it's a huge fight scene in the house. And then you got season 3 where it's like you have Johnny going to fight Kreese, and all of a sudden he's about to get choked out. He's about to die, and in comes Daniel, saving his ass. And it's just so good. Oh, it's literally the best show ever. But yeah, as you can see, I'm a huge fan of the show. I can go, like I said, I'm gonna go and put on my freaking Miyagi headband upstairs because that's how pumped I am for this.
Oh man, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. And then that trailer, obviously, I know we're taking so many pieces from the trailer, but the big thing for me is season 3 was obviously a big build up to it, but we're going to get another tournament. We're going to get the tournament. It's going to be coming.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right? And I'll never forget, man, season 1, like that first tournament in Cobra Kai, the entrance that Cobra Kai has where there's nowhere to be found, and they're wondering where the next gym or the next what's the word I'm looking for?
Tournament?
The
dojo.
They're looking for the next dojo to come in, and they can't find him, and it's Cobra Kai. And they come out, man. That show gets me so jacked up. But I can't wait for the new season. there's so many, like you said, so many good characters. You mentioned Hawk, and I just the character arc that he's had from being like the little wimpy kid in the first season
Yeah.
with the cleft lip, and because he keeps getting bullied by Johnny, like I don't condone bullying, but it changed the character completely. He came in,
Made him into a man,
Johnny got him to change. He said, if you don't want to be known as Lip, change it. And he comes in with the mohawk and completely changed the character to the most badass kid. Like, he became a villain, but it was so hard not to root for him because there was so much against him at first, right? So it's so good. And just rooting for Cobra Kai now, where obviously in the original movies you're rooting for Miyagi-Do. And now you're like, who do I go for? Now they're both good, and Cobra Kai's bad again because Johnny's going over to work with
Daniel
Russo, and it's just like, oh my god, it's like, what is happening? It's everything that we didn't expect. Well, you kind of saw it coming, but would never expect this based off of their original content, right? And for these two to now be teaming up, it's going to be a hilarious dynamic, even from the trailer.
Their chemistry together is what makes them perfect. Like, they have such a great chemistry that they're playing off of each other, and every time they're on screen, I can't stop laughing because, Daniel's more like the, he doesn't want to get into confrontations. He doesn't want to do stuff that he shouldn't be. And, Johnny's the complete opposite. Johnny's the guy is like, let's kick the shit out of it. Yeah, let's kick the shit out of these guys. Yeah. So it's great to see the love and chemistry that they have for their characters in the show. This show could have been very different. We could have had it where it could have been a horrible show. A lot of people, when it first got announced, didn't expect the show to be as incredible as it is.
No, it has no business being as good as it is. Like, it is. It's crazy how good the show is because they know that they're not taking themselves too seriously. They know they're cheesy at times, and it almost like they make fun of themselves, but they feed into it, and it just sucks you in. It's like I'm watching this old school style show, but with it's so hard to explain why this show is as good as it is.
My juices are flowing, man.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. I can't wait. Like D Money says in the chat, like New Year's Eve, or is it New Year's Eve?
Yep, December 31st.
Like, I'm gonna be watching Cobra Kai through the countdown. I don't care. Like,
we're gonna be doing that. That's definitely my plans. Is
that's what we're bringing in the new year, man.
Yeah, just sitting down, eating freaking delicious snacks, and watching Cobra Kai until I pass out. That is what I want to do.
You know what I might do actually is legitimately, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for a marathon over the Christmas break. Maybe I'll just binge the 3 seasons before. I'm coming up with this right now. And I'm going to get confirmation in the chat. I know she's going to jump in the chat here. She's going to say, hell yeah, we're doing a Cobra Kai marathon before the new season comes out. Because I want to rewatch it, to be honest, because it was so fun.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be rewatching the series too. I got holidays coming up. I got 2 weeks of holidays that I'm going to enjoy some Cobra Kai action because I need to rewatch that whole series. But let's jump to our next topic. Rick, what do you got for us this week, buddy?
Well, my topic is a movie got released this week, and me and Danny went and saw it on Thursday night, or Friday night. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. We both went to go see it. Fucking loved it. It was so good. It really delivered. I think I liked the first movie, but I didn't love it. But I really appreciated what they did in this movie. They made everything better than the first movie. They took the relationship between Eddie and the Venom, the symbiote, and made it much better than the first movie. The action is much better, I found, in this movie. You get Woody Harrelson, who you saw at the end of season of the first movie. As one of the credit scenes, he is the main villain in this movie. He plays Carnage, and they did a really good job on him. I really, really loved the design. He really looked like he was jumping off of a comic book page. Mm-hmm. Like, they really did a good job. And the fight scene between Venom and Carnage, Josh, is incredible, man.
All right, no
Incredible.
spoilers. No spoilers.
No
It's too
spoilers.
fresh. It's too
No
fresh.
spoilers.
And
I'm seeing
then
it on
this
Tuesday.
part,
I'm seeing it on-
and then there was this part where no, we're not gonna do that here. But it
Oh, yeah.
definitely is a great movie to watch, and the special effects were actually really good. Like these symbiotes, they look really awesome. Like
Yeah.
carnage and everything. There's one scene that I'm not gonna say, but it kind of freaked me out. It looked like I was on The Conjuring or something. You guys,
that's awesome to
Yeah,
hear,
you guys
though.
need to see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's
I like that. I like they need to go dark and creepy with Venom, so
Yeah.
I'm all for that. And I mean, more of that, right? So
Yeah.
it obviously excites you even just being that one scene. So if they can obviously carry that in, I'm assuming there's going to be another movie because everyone's talking about this after credit scene. So I
still
can
wanna get into it.
speculate on what it is. I'm not even going to speculate because I don't want you guys having a reaction on what I think it's going to be. I'm just going to wait it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we don't. But like you said, before the show started, we were talking about it, and you said the theater erupted that you were in.
It re-erupted.
Finally, we finally got that awesome reaction. We went, since the theaters opened up, we've been to see a couple of movies, but we haven't had an audience that has erupted like that.
Right.
It was perfect.
I think since we went to saw Avengers Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
since when I saw that movie on Thursday night with a packed audience, right? This is the last time I saw audience exploded with claps and cheers.
Yeah.
I've seen after credit scenes, and that after credit scene is fucking bonkers. That's all I'm gonna say. It is awesome, man.
Okay, I'm excited. Like
It'll
I
definitely make you jump out of your seat.
Yeah,
the last after credit scene that it's Sonic. Sonic for me when Tails showed up on that after credit, I remember being in the theater with you guys and I was just like in my seat like, oh, let's go.
I know.
Let's go.
Finally,
excited
he's
for
on
something.
screen.
I know.
I'll tell you what. I think it's close to that too.
Okay.
In terms of hype, that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm just
Fine.
I'm
I just want to fast forward the movie. Fast forward the movies.
I literally got goosebumps right now, man, talking about it.
The hype crank is rolling, boys.
Yeah.
It's happening. But yeah, for people who are going to see that movie, make sure you do wait. Basically, you only wait for a few seconds when the credits roll, and then you get your footage. You don't have to wait until all the credits roll. So,
okay.
Yeah, so basically,
halfway.
it's a halfway credit. It's not all the way at the end. So yeah, so
And it's the only one. There's only one.
There's only one. So
Okay, so that makes me. Sometimes I wait around till the end of the movie.
yeah, we
Yeah.
do sometimes. Well, you never know. You never know with comic book movies, right? Some have two endings, some have one, some have none. So it's kind of hard, and it's not like they advertise it like, "Hey guys, wait, sit in your seat. We're still gonna have a clip for you." Like
I know, yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like you need to wait just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It was a really, really good movie. I mean, yeah, the after credit scene is worth the admission alone. I'll just say that it's worth the admission alone just to see the after credit scene. But the movie,
baby.
but overall, the movie for me was really good. Like it was an improvement over the first movie.
That's good. Good. I enjoyed the first one. I knew it could be better. So to hear that it is better, or potentially your opinion, it's better. So Danny's opinion, it's better.
Yep.
So that's 2.
Yeah.
I gotta go watch it. I'll let you know if I think it's better.
Yep. You gotta check it out, man. Check it out.
Definitely, guys, do check it out. It's out now in theaters, and that's the only way you can watch it. Of course, do remember that there are new rules now to going to the theater. Feels like I'm stepping in an airport. You have to. You have to be.
Passport.
Yeah, you have to be fully
Passport's
vaccinated, and you also have to show some driver's license or some form of ID so that they know it's you. But
Is it full theater now? Then too, like no gaps in between the seats.
no, there still is gaps. There's still gaps between seats. It's just that you can't enter the theater unless you show proof of your vaccinations.
Okay.
All right.
To know.
Yeah, so that little tidbit of stuff, if you guys are going to a theater or if you buy tickets online, you do have to be fully vaccinated. You can't be one or none. You need to be fully vaccinated if you want to join the theater. But Josh, there's been some great news, buddy. What do you got for us this week?
Well, I know you brought up the Nintendo Direct earlier in the
Yes, I
show,
did.
and
Yes,
we
I
didn't
did.
really talk about the Nintendo Direct last week just because we were doing that throwback show. So
Mhm.
I gotta bring that Nintendo Direct news into the show. I'm probably going to be talking about Nintendo Direct every step of the way
Yeah.
as I reveal what I'm talking about. So I wore my Mario shirt for a reason. I wore my Mario
wonder-
hat for a reason.
I wonder what you're going to
So-
talk about.
What
We're
could
going
it
to
be?
be talking about the Super Mario movie.
Yes.
So,
I'm
we
pumped.
all knew it was coming. We knew the movie was in the works. It's by Illumination Studios, who did Despicable Me. Who I haven't seen all the Despicable Me's, but the first one was good.
Mhm.
I know people are a little weary on Illumination Studios doing this one, but obviously the big news in the direct was the cast announcement, right?
Yeah.
So, you got Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's the big one. He's Mario.
He's Mario.
Okay.
It's a Mario.
Yes. Let's go. Right?
I want to hear his voice.
So yeah, we got Chris Pratt. We got Anya Taylor-Joy, which I didn't recognize either. I know I was watching you live, Danny, when the Nintendo Direct was happening. You didn't recognize her, but it's the girl from the Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
On Netflix. So a lot of people are actually pretty excited to see her as Princess Peach. And then we got Charlie Day as Luigi. Jack Black, I really like this one as Bowser. I think he's going to do a fantastic job as Bowser. And then we got Keegan-Michael Key as Toad and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So the reason I kind of want to talk, there's a couple reasons I want to talk about this because first of all, the casting, crazy to hear. All of a sudden we got names, faces to put to these characters. No one knew who was going to be who, and a lot of people are, for some reason, upset that Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario.
It makes no sense to me since we haven't heard him speak.
100. There you go. That was my point. What you took the words out of my mouth. I can understand why people are concerned, but at the same time, I don't, because we don't know what this guy can do with his voice.
No.
So before we criticize the casting choice, why don't we wait for a trailer? Why don't we wait for his voice so we know what he's going to be sounding like? Because he released a Twitter video saying, I'm a Mario, joking around, not changing his voice, and he even said, that's not my voice. We've been working really hard at it. You have to wait to hear it. There's no way Miyamoto, his child, he's the creator of Mario.
Yeah.
You're going to have a hand in this. There is no way you have this iconic character and let it slide through your fingers because you want this top. Chris Pratt's in a lot of things right now, so I get why people are concerned because they're just like, oh, it's a cash grab. They're just grabbing Chris Pratt for the name. Yeah. Maybe he has the kid. You're telling me that Miyamoto didn't sit down with actors in front of him and say, hey, give me your Mario voice, and that has to go into the casting decision.
Yep.
There's no chance. There's no chance that that's not happening. So let's wait for the trailer, okay? I just want the internet to calm down a little bit. We have to critique every announcement that there is in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Let the trailer happen. Oh, we got an exciting announcement of actors.
Yeah.
The one thing that worries me a little bit with the characters, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Seth Rogen can change his voice.
Yeah, he's always with the same voice in every movie, right? So it's kind of hard to change it. We'll see what happens, but
the one thing I said too is you look at like Groot, it's Vin Diesel. Okay, so what if they just do something with Donkey Kong and it's Seth Rogen just being like, ooh, ooh, like going around, like maybe Donkey Kong's not gonna have a voice.
Exactly.
We don't know.
We have no idea what is happening. It's like you said, everybody now for some reason has to critique something that they don't know anything about. I can understand, not having an interest in some of these actors. Seth Rogen might not be my favorite actor in the world, but I'm not saying that he can't do a voice for Donkey Kong. Anybody can do a voice, and change it up. I think one of the main things that the internet is exploding on is, Chris Pratt. He's not Italian, right? It's an Italian plumber. Maybe we should have an Italian playing the plumber. Like it's one of those things where I find it nowadays. People just do it to get attention. I think most of these websites and most of these tabloids and stuff. They're looking for a way to grab an audience, and like you said, Josh, Chris Pratt has been in a lot of things, and he's a big name right now. And just because of his name, it doesn't mean that it's gonna make or break this movie. This is Super freaking Mario. It's going to make money whether his face is plastered on it. And it's not like they're gonna CGI Chris Pratt's face from Mario. This is a voiceover. I think people still don't understand that this is an animation movie. It's not live action.
100% right, because I had a conversation with a friend that was confused because he for some reason thought it was live action. He was like, "What the heck's going on?" Well, I don't know why hasn't been marketed in that way yet because we're just finding out the voices, but for some reason people don't know it's just an animated movie. So it doesn't matter what the people look like if they can deliver the voices, if they can do a good job. The other thing is, look at the actors they've grabbed. There is a very good chance the script is good.
Yes.
Because why would all these like top tier actors and actresses sign on for this if it was bad? There's potential that it could be bad. It could flop, and we'll see. But it's just there's a lot of big names, and maybe that's them trying to pull everyone. But like you said, Danny, it's Mario. They don't need the big names.
Nope.
It would have sold anyways. So the one thing that excites me is if it does well and people like it, and I hope it surprises what it seems like the majority of people.
Yeah.
Like you said, one person says something, then another person jumps on, and it becomes a bigger deal than it ever would have been.
Yeah.
But the potential at a Mario or a Nintendo universe could happen here. So like, I know I'm concerned. The reason I'm concerned with Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong, because to me, I'm like, what if Donkey Kong becomes a spin-off of this movie now, and Seth Rogen's not a good voice for Donkey Kong? But the potential of these characters to spin off. What if there's all of a sudden Link walks across the Mushroom Kingdom? One of these, I'm like something could happen where it just becomes this massive universe. You don't know what is planned now for Nintendo, or an end credit scene, and Mario stumbles into Hyrule, and it's just like, oh, and then all of a sudden you have a Zelda movie, and it's just like, I know I'm dreaming big, and maybe that is not what's going to happen at all. I'm a big Donkey Kong fan, so I'm hoping Donkey Kong has a good appearance in this, and it's a spin-off of that. Because you look at Shrek, and they did a spin-off of, like, Puss in Boots. You know what I mean? There's characters that are big enough that they can spin off, and Nintendo and Mario has them. So the chances of all this happening is what really excites me. I hope the movie's good. I have faith still. I want to see the first trailer, and then I'll make my judgments. Because we saw the first Sonic trailer, and a lot of people made some judgments, and it worked. But you don't know what's going to happen here. Let's wait for that first trailer to come out, and hopefully it doesn't blow us off like Sonic did and scare us. But
and then look what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
It got fixed, right? I did not expect that. But you brought up, the Sonic movie. Let's not forget, everyone hated that Jim Carrey was going to be Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik. That was one of the crucial things that everyone hated about the casting of the movie. And what happened? Jim Carrey became that movie. Everyone loved his character. And of course, he's back for the sequel that's coming out next year. And I'm so freaking excited for that. And not only do we have a Super Mario movie next year, we have Sonic 2
in the same year,
same year, which is incredible.
Sonic and Mario movie.
My God.
Same year, dude. That's wild. What a wild time to be alive. This is so cool. I'm so excited for 2022. Man. That I had to pull that from the direct. I'm excited. I want to reserve my judgments for the trailer. I was just getting upset with the internet. I know you saw my tweet about it, Danny, because I popped on the Twitter the day after the announcement, and people were just like blowing up, like, Chris Pratt for Mario. What is this? And I was like, what are we arguing about when we haven't even heard anything?
That's what I had conversations with people about that. I'm like, you haven't even heard the voice yet. How can you hate it if you don't you don't even hear it? Like, does it make sense?
Here's the other thing. I know we want to move on, but like, Mario doesn't even talk a lot. So what do we like? You in his games, it's like, oh, woohoo, here we go, Mamma mia. Like, we hear Mario say like 10 words.
Yeah, 10 words basically.
What do we know other than those 10 phrases? What are we concerned about? Like, if he can nail those 10 phrases, then I'm sure he can go ahead and string sentences together, because we haven't heard Mario string sentences together. So what are we arguing about? Let's see what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
Just relax, people. Relax.
Yeah, let's take that nice chill pill. Let's enjoy a movie because, like Josh said, this could open up a floodgate of Nintendo movies, and I would love to see Zelda. I would love to have Metroid. I would love to have so many of the Nintendo brand name making it to the film because that would be freaking incredible. But yeah, there's so much potential for this movie. Chill, Internet. Let's wait for our first trailer. Or I don't care. Let's wait for them to just put some voice chat, some voice clips on the on YouTube, and then we can hear them. But as of now, there's literally no reason for people to be upset about this. Just be patient. I'm sure soon we'll get our first little teaser trailer.
No, and that's a perfect way to tease it, Danny. It would be the best troll job by Nintendo and Illumination Studio if Mario just walks onto the screen.
Yeah.
And either you get a tidbit of a voice or he doesn't even say anything just to piss people off even more, just to get more people talking about it.
Perfect.
I can see it happening where he like comes up, is about to say something to the camera, and then just the date pops up or something. Or you just get a little like, oh, Mamma Mia, and that's it. That's all you get, and people will be like, oh, it's gonna make everyone blow their minds because they don't know what he totally sounds like yet.
Yeah, see, my favorite quote that I've read is, "This is ruining my childhood." How the hell is this ruining your childhood? You've seen nothing yet. I don't know how this can be ruining your childhood. But
crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is the stupidest thing. But let's move on, guys. We're hoping for that trailer sometime soon, or I should say teaser, since it's going to be first. Let's hope that teaser comes out soon because I'm dying to see what happens on it. Now, we've been talking about the Nintendo Direct, and of course, that thing was bananas. And I got a clip. This is what I'm going to be going into. This is a clip of my live broadcast that I did. Of course, Josh was watching, and it's going to lead into my gaming news. So I'm going to put the clip going for you guys to see, and then you'll see what we're talking about
today.
It is really.
Take a look.
It's been 40 minutes already. There we go, guys. Oh, please do. Please, Lord. It's Platinum Games. Oh my god, if this is Bayonetta, I'll die on screen. Or it's something else. Could be Astral Chain. Okay. What do we got here? What is it? Oh my god, what is it? It might be a new IP. No, it sounds too much like Bayonetta. Oh, please. What the hell? What the hell is that? No, this might be Astro Chain. No. What is it? Yes! Yes, it's Bayonetta! Yes! She is back, bitches! Yes! So, of course, that was Bayonetta 3 finally brought out, finally showing off, and as that clip shows, my huge freaking excitement for that part that happened in the Nintendo Direct. And you can watch that full video up on the YouTube channel where you can see my reaction to the whole Nintendo Direct. But guys, we finally have our first look at Bayonetta 3 after so many years of it being teased that it was coming, and so many rumors of it not being not gonna come out, probably being canceled. This was the trailer of all trailers to shut up the internet. That it's finally gonna be coming out. It's here. It's looking absolutely fantastic. And Bayonetta is looking hot as hell. She is in her different look. And Josh has seen me play Bayonetta here on the channel, and it's definitely one of the most action-heavy, crazy, fun games I've ever played. One of my favorite franchises that originally came out for the PS3, actually, and then it got ported to the Wii U system, and then something happened where Bayonetta became a Nintendo character. So Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 3 are exclusive to the Nintendo Switch console, or the Wii U for the second game. But we finally got the trailer that it's coming. It looks great, and I can't express my love for that trailer. My love was in that video clip that I showed you guys.
I really couldn't tell. Sorry.
No, you couldn't tell my excitement. You couldn't tell the happiness in my eyes. It's funny because at first, when the preview happened, I'm like, what is this?
Dude, they were fooling though.
Yeah,
that looked like Astral Chain. A lot of them.
I thought it was Astral Chain.
I was like, this Astral Chain too. Even the boss, that creature that she jumps in on, that's very much Astral Chain. Are they crossing over the universes, dude? Is she coming into the Astral Chain universe?
It's crazy. Who knows?
It's both games are made by Platinum Games, and Astral Chain. I haven't fully played Astral Chain. I've played through about half the game, and a lot of fun, just like Bayonetta, action packed.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like it just seems like there's the dog, the mascot. That's from Astral Chain, right? So there's is this gonna cross over? Is she coming over to another universe? What if you get to play as the Astral Chain character in Bayonetta 3? Who knows what's happening here? Because it was just like there was so much back and forth. It's like when it started, I was like, "Oh, Bayonetta 3, Danny's jacked up. Here we go."
Yeah.
And then I was like,
"My excitement was good."
Yeah, too.
Yeah, it's just like
Bayonetta 3.
I'm just back and
forth. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm trying. I was just trying. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how? Why can't I pinpoint what game this is?
No.
And it's just like you said, Josh. You could play. The cool thing about Bayonetta 2 is that you can put on costumes, so you can be dressed as Metroid, you can be dressed as Star Fox, Mario, and maybe there's going to be Astral Chain character costumes you can use in the game. The sky's the limit on this game. We don't know much about the story. Of course, it's taking place after the second game. We don't know how many years have passed, but it looks fantastic. That was my game of the show. I was so freaking happy that even after I rewatched that and I felt like a little kid in a candy store going absolutely freaking mad crazy. But yeah.
I know we don't know what the story is yet, like you mentioned, but I can guarantee you it'll be weird and wacky and just a bunch of craziness. There's no doubt that is some of the craziest stories you can get in video games. I know you're playing No More Heroes 3 as well, and No More Heroes. That's crazy too. So like Bayonetta is just out there. It's different. You kind of accept it for what it is, and you just go kick some ass, right? So. Yeah. Exactly. It's just a fun game. You got me into it a little bit actually. So I played through a little bit of Bayonetta 2, and I'm like, I understand why. There's a lot of skill to it too, man. Like it's not you can just button mash, but if you get the timing and the dodging down, it's just like slow mo's and stuff. It looks really good too. It runs really well on the Switch, and I'm excited. I'm excited for you, man. I know a lot of people have been waiting.
All I need now is I need them to give me a special collector's edition. I'm talking, all the bells and whistles, because I'll put down the hard-earned cash for that thing.
It's coming.
Oh God, I hope so. It's like
so much
I'm
hype
always
for this game.
Yeah, exactly, right? The hype. Now, Nintendo doesn't really do this, where they don't take so many years to show off a game. Usually that. I want to say the longest that we've had for a wait of a game is I'm gonna say Breath of the Wild 2, because we were supposed to get that earlier, but of course the pandemic happened, everything got pushed back, and they had to be pushed. But I believe that if we didn't go through this, that we probably would have had Breath of the Wild last year. Breath of the Wild 2, I should say, last year. But this is just as long of a wait as Breath of the Wild. But the only trouble is that with this game, this ain't really licensed by Nintendo. It's licensed by Nintendo, published by Platinum Games, and it's also co-owned the rights by Sega. So there's some big names on this, but
a lot of loopholes.
Yeah, a lot of loopholes could happen. Something could have happened throughout the process, but it's coming. It's exclusive to the Switch. So if you guys don't have a Switch, which in this day and age, you do need to have a Switch. The Switch is just absolutely fantastic. So many great games, and then of course there's also the indie titles that me and Josh are really into. There's so much on that system that a lot of people don't give the system credit, but it is one of the top selling systems in the world. So guys, if you don't have a Switch, you do need to get one, and please to God, play the first and second Bayonetta games. You can get them on the Switch as well, and of course you have to wait for the third. Still no release date. We know it's coming out next year though.
One thing I'll add, Danny, is it's funny to see people online. They're getting upset and they're like, "Oh, port Bayonetta 3." Everyone wants to play Bayonetta 3. People saw the trailer, but they don't have a Switch. They're like, "Bring it up! They bring it to PlayStation, bring it to Xbox or whatever." And then they're saying like, "If you wanted to come to those consoles, you better talk to Nintendo." Like Platinum saying that because Nintendo, the buyers of that people that have Nintendo have bought Bayonetta, where they, like you said, it originated on PS3 and didn't do well, and Nintendo took it over. And it's hilarious because think of all the exclusive PlayStation fanboys have, and they get on top of Xbox fanboys and they're fanboys and girls about like, oh, if you want the game, just buy a PlayStation. If you want the game, just buy an Xbox. Blah blah blah. And here we go on Switch, and people are getting upset because people are saying to them, "Hey, if you want to play the game, just buy a Switch."
Exactly.
It's like, what?
It's hilarious because like you brought it up where it's like Bayonetta, the original Bayonetta game came out to the PS3 and the Xbox One. The Xbox 360. I can't take Xbox's name of consoles. The Xbox 360. That's when the first game originated, and like you said, Josh, it didn't perform very well at all. It was probably one of the worst performing games of that console. And we finally got it to the point where Nintendo saw it and they decided that it was time to purchase this character because they knew how good that game is and how good it is to have exclusive games. And now Bayonetta is a Nintendo girl. She is part of the family, and it's perfect because I know that she's going to be safe and that we're going to see more games from her because there's troubles with the other consoles that I find, and they give up on their games pretty quickly. I think the only game that's still surviving on PlayStation is Ratchet and Clank. Other than that, all their mascots have been moved or gone. Uncharted basically.
Kratos is like God of War and stuff now. But they have moved on from their OGs because like even Crash Bandicoot, they had 4 come out and then they moved the team over to start making Call of Duty or something like that. And people loved Crash 4, and it's just like they just don't care about like Crash was their back in the 90s, man. That was their character they marketed with. They marketed in Crash and Spyro, right? And it's kind of crazy in a world where you have the Marios of the world and Sonics, and they seem to be doing well. Like you said, it seems like PlayStation's kind of zoned in on Ratchet and Clank, and you can't blame them for that. But they have other properties, man, that they could use. And I think the nostalgia, people that are looking for the nostalgia like us, if you keep bringing Crash back or you bring a new Spyro game in, all of a sudden, like, oh, here we go. Like, I'll give them credit. They're going to be bringing a Twisted Metal game, but how well marketed is that? But that's what we grew up on, so we'll find out. But if it doesn't work, here's the thing: if it doesn't work, there's even less chance that PlayStation looks at taking back the old characters, right? So we'll see. It's very interesting, and Nintendo's done, like you said, they found a character, and that's what they do with their characters, man. And it's a Nintendo character. You see a character, and it's a Nintendo character. Where and I know that with PlayStation, you see Nathan Drake, and you're like PlayStation. But see, that's their it's crazy. It's like a human being's their mascot.
Yeah,
it seems weird.
But it's funny too because even Uncharted, it's done. Uncharted is over. Like I don't think we're gonna see a new Uncharted game. Like they finished off the story, and Naughty Dog pretty much passed
I see
on
what you're
doing
saying.
it.
I see what you're saying. Then, like the amount of carryover, like years and years. Like you look
Yeah.
at Mario, and he's been from the beginning of Nintendo, right?
No.
Even Xbox, you go with Master Chief, and he's been since the beginning. Where Nintendo, or sorry, Sony, you're right. It has like they had Crash, and they've let him slip away. It's not like he was exclusive to Sony anymore either,
Nope.
though, right?
Nope,
Like he was
not
across
anymore.
console. Interesting. That's a good take. I didn't even think of that. Like
Yeah,
you're fading out because you're phasing them out because you're only making the game so long, right? So
Yeah.
you're not gonna unless you want to keep the Uncharted series going. But how are you gonna keep coming up with a story where guys like Crash and Spyro, you can just make up these fantasy stories and keep them going,
True.
right? So
That's the thing with two, right? So
I think the only way with doing an Uncharted story is make it like real life, right? Where of course Nathan Drake and Elena are going to get older, but they could have a kid who gets into it, right? Sully could die, and new characters. There's so much that they can do. I just find they give up on the stuff, and then they basically they want to try something different. I can understand that, creating new IPs, but you're missing the point where the icons and of the consoles sell those consoles. Like Nintendo will always be around because it owns those franchises, and no other thing is going to have those franchises. It's not like it's going to be you're not going to play a Super Mario Brothers game on PlayStation and you never will see it. It's one of those things where it's just like that's how Nintendo is going to live on. Is because of their exclusive characters. But we should jump on. We spent a little too long on that one. But Rick, what do you got for us this week, buddy?
now I'm going to talk about a leak that there was a big major leak about Injustice 3, the new game from the Injustice series.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had leaked out the character roster, and I'm guessing they're going to be announcing the game pretty soon because DC's got their their show where they're gonna show off their movies and their games. They done it last year. It's called DC Fandom.
Yes, and
I believe it's I believe it's on October 16 when they where they announced their upcoming future movie slate, their video games, their animation.
Yeah.
So this past week, someone had leaked out a roster for the game. We don't know if it's true or not, but they reveal like some of the people that are going to be in the game. You got Constantine.
Nice.
You got King Shark from Suicide Squad.
Oh, nice. That's sick.
They're bringing him in. If you're familiar with Metallo, he's a Superman villain.
Yeah.
They're bringing in He-Man. He-Man's going to be one of the characters.
He-Man?
I guess one of the
Really?
one of the DLC characters.
Huh, I didn't expect that one.
Yeah, and
DC property.
No,
Warner
not
Brothers. Warner Brothers? Would he be Warner Brothers? Because I mean, did they not bring the Ninja Turtles onto the last
did.
Injustice game? So
Yeah.
like,
they did, yeah.
Nickelodeon though. Like, I don't know. That's
Maybe,
interesting.
Maybe they have some pull of the rights there.
yeah.
Of
This
course,
is just a leak. This isn't like for sure. This is rumors, right? Like
This
this
is
isn't
Just a rumor, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, this is rumors until proven true at the show. So it's one of those things where we have to see what's going to happen. Like Rick said, he thinks it takes place October 16th. And I'm excited because, frankly, I just need to see a trailer for the Batman before I have a heart attack. But but yeah, this is great news because I do love, you guys know I love DC Comics. I love the Injustice series, and I want to see a third one. It's definitely one of the better fighting games that we've had in a long time. Of course, we have a Mortal Kombat, we have our Street Fighter, and then other games like Tekken, Dead or Alive, and a few others. Though the popularity I find on not only Tekken but Dead or Alive, I've kind of dropped a little bit. We don't see it as popular as we see Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and with Injustice 3, it's kind of getting up there because not only is it a fighting game, it's a DC fighting game, and I think Marvel needs to jump on there. I think they need to get their own fighting game that's, aside from Capcom. I think they need to just have an all Marvel characters fighting game, Because
That'd be cool.
yeah, like they have so many good characters that I want to see. I love the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise. I would have to say the earlier ones. The newest one is not bad, but I definitely would love to see that, and it's great to see that Warner Brothers is supporting the not only NetherRealm Studios that does Mortal Kombat because they own the rights to it, but we're seeing great games coming along.
Yeah. And I love the Injustice games, right?
Yeah.
1 and 2. Like 1 was good, but the second was even better, and I think 3 is going to be probably even better than the
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
In terms of game, like just like if you look at the Mortal Kombat games, like 9, 10, 11, and 12, like each game got better and better. The story got better. The animation, the
Oh, yeah.
fighting stances got better and stuff. So I'm excited because I love the first 2 Injustice
That'd be a
games.
cool announcement. It'll be a cool
Yeah.
announcement because you get again superheroes is all the rave. So
Oh yeah.
it'll be a good one. So I'm looking forward. Hopefully they do show something at that event, and
Mhm.
because it'd be nice to see what's in the works. Because it's been talked about for a while. They keep
Yeah.
talking about is it going to be Injustice or is it going to be a Mortal Kombat game next? And
Yeah.
I would side with Injustice. So I'm sure it's what's coming. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We just have to wait until mid October here to see if that's going to be true or not.
Yeah. I believe they'll show it there.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
I mean, if they're leaking, usually when there's like a big event and they're leaking something, like maybe about like 2 weeks before it, I'm guessing it's probably true. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna happen. They're probably gonna announce something there, and we'll probably get like the full, not the full roster, but we'll probably get a trailer, get some character reveals,
Yeah,
get a
definitely.
feel of the game, and yeah, I'm excited. I love I played Injustice 2 quite a bit on the PS4, so I really love that game. So yeah, so I'm excited, and let's see.
see what
Let's
happens.
see on October 16th.
Yeah. The
Let's go.
countdown starts, boys and girls. But yeah, Josh, take it away. What do you got for us today,
Alrighty.
buddy?
All right. Again, Nintendo Direct.
Yes, go ahead.
So we're going back to. I have a couple things I want to talk about in this video game category. So I'll kind of go quick on the first one here. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yes.
Right, I got that title right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you do.
I admittedly did not play a lot of Kirby,
Mhm.
so
What?
I played.
Okay.
I remember playing the first one on like the Game Boy,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
always remember battling the tree with the shooting the apples at him and stuff like that. Classic Kirby, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Outside of that, not too much Kirby here and there, and then Kirby in Smash. Like it's like a good character, easy to use for everyone, so it's a good entry level character, and people who can main him do very well.
Yep.
So powerful character finally gets a 3D game.
And it looks
so
amazing.
it looks it has me excited, and like
Really good.
I saw Kirby come on screen. I'm like, oh, like I don't know how much I care. It's gonna be another 2D game. We didn't really know what it was gonna be, right? And then when it opened up and it was just like, bro, and he's like walking through that like abandoned mall.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then I was like, I watched the trailer after the direct too. Like the
Mhm.
next day, I watched it 2 more times because I was just like, I don't think I realized how good this looked when I was watching the direct through the first time.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, this looks cool. The fact that all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if it's gonna be like Odyssey open or it's gonna be like our 3D world where you could get like just different levels and islands kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I think it works both ways. We'll see what happens here. I'm excited for this game.
I'm pumped for it. I love it.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's like you didn't really play you didn't really play Kirby, and I'm the opposite where I didn't really play Donkey Kong, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we both have a fresh look into it. As me being a veteran player, I'm excited because he's going into a 3D world. He can actually move around compared to the 2D atmosphere. And for you, Josh, as your standpoint, this is going to be a completely different experience because you only remember playing those first few games, which I'm going to state was my very first video game. For my Game Boy. That was my
very cool.
That was my introduction into handheld gaming. My first game ever was Kirby's Dream Land, and I still have it with my Game Boy, and I still play it. I absolutely love that game.
Classic, right? And
Yeah.
the only other Kirby game that I've played around with a little bit was the one on Super Nintendo where it was almost like it was a little bit like golf, where you like where you you just like shoot him around and try and get him in the hole and stuff, which is a cool game. Like that's another cool concept, another spin-off of Kirby.
Yeah.
So as an iconic character, the coolest part about this, I was reading up, this is the last character Nintendo's like you had Mario, you had Link, you had Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
They've all gone 3D.
Yep.
Kirby was back in like 1990, hasn't got the 3D treatment yet. Here we are, 2020 spring 2022, and Kirby's going to be in 3D for the first time.
Finally breaking the screen.
You're grabbing people that maybe have never played a Kirby game, because now a lot more people find appeal in the 3D style games nowadays. Like I'm still a huge 2D guy. I love platformers, side scroll platformers. So I always cater to those games a little bit. But when it opens up 3D, you get a bigger audience. And now maybe people, I know I'm one of them, but maybe more people who haven't played a Kirby game, or many of them, now jump back in, because it's like, here's Kirby in a new light, and being able to get those special abilities in a 3D scenario, where when you like suck one of the characters in and you use their abilities, whether it be a sword or spikes or whatever, to now open that up into 3D, that's cool. That has my attention, man. And like, I didn't, coming out of the direct, I was like, oh, cool, Kirby game, whatever. Next day, watched it again. I think I'm gonna get this. Like this looks good. Yeah. So I'm excited, and so I'll move on. I'll move past Kirby, because I know you guys. Unless Rick, did you have anything to add? I know. Do you have a Switch still, Rick?
I do.
Okay. Are you gonna pick up Kirby, Rick?
I'm gonna pick up Kirby. I'm a big fan of Kirby, actually.
You better pick up Kirby. I'll break you.
No, by the trailer was really awesome.
It was good. It looked good. I mean, like, it's not going to blow you away graphically, but it's the cartoony environment that it needs. And it has my attention. I'm looking forward to it. So I pull again from the Nintendo Direct, and we had the Smash announcement for Smash Direct. So they didn't talk about, it's crazy, but it makes sense, because it's the final Smash character. The final Sakurai presents. So I just wanted, I think we all, Rick, you play Smash?
Play Smash, yeah.
And you play Smash. He does it on community night sometimes on his channel. I play Smash. I haven't played a ton of Smash in a while. Like I played it a couple weeks ago with a couple buddies online just for a little bit, and it was nice to get back into it, because there's just like you realize how good the game is. And so good. Smash Ultimate is a celebration of video games. Like, it is insane that this is property, and they are able to. You got Banjo and Kazooie. You got Minecraft Steve. Like you have like all these characters.
Got everybody in there pretty much.
It's a celebration of video games. Sakurai is worshipped by the community because
he's God in my eyes.
He's put this game together for people to come together, all different video game universes smashed into one. And now you have a character roster of 60 plus. I don't know, something like that now.
It's huge.
It's huge. The amount of stages, what Smash Ultimate is absolutely insane. And I don't know. We're definitely not going to see another Smash from Sakurai. No. So I don't know. Is this the final Smash we're ever going to see? Is Nintendo going to do something with it later? Are they going to just remaster Melee and Brawl and stuff like that? Who knows? Because it's just so hard to follow up to what Smash Ultimate is.
Yeah.
So,
for sure, yeah.
With that, we're obviously going to get the final Sakurai Presents, which is going to be the final character in Smash. It's the last character Sakurai has put his hands on. So I obviously want to throw it out there. This is the discussion that everyone always has. This is the best part about Smash Directs is everyone speculates who can the character be, because you're going to piss someone off, you're going to make someone happy. Because you're not gonna get everyone. It is what it is. But can we just appreciate who we have and what the game is?
We have some huge
let's get excited. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
So let's get excited, regardless of who this next character is gonna be. Hopefully, it's not another sword fighter, because there's a lot of those. So I want to put it out there to you guys, and maybe I'll go first. Or no, you know what? We'll swing back around to me. So I want to know who you think it's gonna be. And who you want it to be.
Okay, so it could be choose two.
It could be the same. If you think and want it to be the same person, that's fine.
Okay.
I have a few characters that I want it to be. There's a character that I think it's going to be. So I'll start. Let's go to Rick. Who do you want it to be? Who do you think it's going to be?
Well, I read a rumor. It might be Sora. Sora from
Yeah. Kingdom
That's
Hearts?
that's what I'm reading. That's what I read. But as terms of characters, I'm gonna say Knuckles.
That'd be amazing.
Because
Okay, cool, yeah.
Because I love Sonic as well. I'm a huge Sonic fan, and Knuckles is one of my favorite characters from Sonic. So yeah, I hope it's Knuckles because I really love Knuckles, but I'm thinking it's going to be Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
All right.
We'll
Could be wrong, but I think so.
We'll see. We don't know who's going to be right, man.
We don't know, right? Yeah.
It'd be cool if one of us is right here. So that's why I wanted to throw it out, because maybe we have a clip in the future where it'd be like, Danny called it, or Rick called it, or Josh called it. They got it right. So, Danny, who you got?
Okay, so my guess is that it might be Doomslayer from Doom.
Okay.
That's basically what a lot of people are thinking, because of the collaboration with Doom. Now, for me personally, there is one character that I think would be really amazing to be put in this game, and he's a Capcom character. And it's a character that we don't see anymore because the studio that did him, Clover Studios, closed down. And Capcom has basically not done anything with the character, but hopefully Nintendo would pick this character up, make another amazing game, because there's only 4 games in the franchise. I would love to see Beautiful Joe jump into this.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
That would be my pick.
Beautiful Joe is pretty sweet.
That would be my pick.
Very cool, dude.
Yeah, if Nintendo would buy the rights to Beautiful Joe, it would be one of the greatest things in the world.
Those games are awesome. I love those games.
And I think I probably will be playing it here on the channel someday soon. But I absolutely loved those games. Those games came out for the GameCube, so we haven't seen a Beautiful Joe game since the GameCube era, which is very sad. I think they should come out. First, remaster the 2 of them. I think that would be great for the Switch. But have the thing where it's like Beautiful Joe is now a Nintendo character. He's one of our that would be my dream character. If Beautiful Joe would make it to Super Smash Brothers, I'd be freaking excited as hell.
That's cool. That's a cool call. Okay, I like this. This is exciting.
Let's hear.
So okay, I got a few characters that I want, and I feel like I just need to name them all because I want one of these characters in the game so bad. I got 3 that I want, and I'm gonna start. I'll go least, most wanted. Okay. So let's go. I'm gonna go Dixie Kong. I think Dixie Kong would be a cool ad. Cool moveset. You got to think she's got the hair. Yeah. She can whip it around. Maybe she whips out the guitar. You know how she used to play the guitar.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
So there's she's got potential because. You got Donkey Kong and you got Diddy Kong.
Right.
And that's all you got Donkey Kong wise in Smash.
Yeah.
So I think Donkey Kong 2, one of the greatest games out there. Dixie Kong led the way. You got that first play with Dixie Kong. I think she's iconic enough.
Yeah.
Next would be Crash Bandicoot. Again, we brought him up earlier in the show. I think being able to bring his games over to Nintendo and stuff like that, he's been treated well. You had Crash Team Racing come over. You had Crash 4 come over. Yeah. You had the Crash Insane trilogy all come over. Again, I don't think it's going to happen because PlayStation's kind of put it aside and we're probably not going to see any more Crash. But the iconic character that he was in time, I feel like he deserves a roster spot. You know what I mean? But it's so hard because so many characters deserve this last roster spot.
Yeah.
But Crash, again, cool moveset. I'm thinking of these movesets that these guys, you could have a TNT box, you could have a Nitro box, you could spin.
Yeah.
Right? Like he could put on Ooga Booga, right? And then all of a sudden he's just like, that's his special. Like he could throw apples, whatever. You know what I mean? There's potential with Crash to have a very cool moveset. And then my most wanted character would be Robotnik. I think
that'd be so cool.
I think you look at King K. Rool when they brought you know what? Sorry, I dropped the ball there. Donkey Kong character, King K. Rool.
Yeah.
So there is another representation.
There's 3 characters.
So you brought that villain into the people wanted King K. Rool, and he is an awesome character. I love playing with King K. Rool.
Yeah.
So it's a big villain. He's one of the bigger characters. I think you could do the same with Robotnik and make him a bigger character. And the movesets that he could have with his different machines and mechanics, the cannonball, whatever. It would be very cool to see another, like you said, Rick, Knuckles. It'd be cool to see another Sonic representation in Smash.
Yeah.
Who do I think it's going to be? Oh, I got to shout out Waluigi, okay? Because I think the Nintendo community...
People want down, yeah.
Also, who do I think it's going to be, though? You got to think, I keep saying this, last character of Smash.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to see. You got to have something that's going to break the internet.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm not saying your calls aren't going to do that. I think Beautiful Joe would be pretty cool. I think it would catch a lot of people off guard, and it would kind of blow up. There's one character that I think would blow up the internet, and it's Master Chief.
Nintendo? That would be huge.
Jesus.
Yeah, that would be huge if you saw Master Chief show up on a Nintendo game.
Nintendo and Microsoft have been getting along very well the last few years.
Yeah.
Okay? There is an opportunity here. Halo Infinite's coming out. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Smash is a commercial for what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have iconic Microsoft character, their baby, bring them into Smash. Literally, the internet would break. Think about how big Halo is. You could have him ride the Banshee or whatever that thing's called.
Yeah.
He could have the plasma gun. Oh man, like I'm not a huge Halo guy. I'm not a huge Halo guy. I would be very excited if Master Chief ended up in this game because, like I said, it's a celebration of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is one character that if you added him, there's no question. People wouldn't argue. I feel like there wouldn't be that much of an argument as to why he got placed in the game.
No.
So I know we're not Xbox people here, but we have to respect what Master Chief is to the video game industry. And I think Smash could do that very well. And I'll throw one more piece out there.
Okay.
How funny would it be Sakurai puts himself in the game as the last character?
The last character entry.
The last character. Awesome. He's the legend. He put this game together.
Yeah,
so what better way is this legendary character Sakurai, last Smash character, puts himself with the crazy moveset. It would be awesome. People would appreciate it though. You know what I mean?
That would be pretty crazy if that was the character. Sakurai is now in Smash. He gets like
he just like jumps through the screen.
Yeah. He grabs his invite and then it's like just gets pulled in.
Oh, imagine though. Imagine he was in the direct and he like pulled out a real invite and just opened it up and he's like, I'm in the game. Like it would be so cool if that happened.
That would be so unheard of. It'd be like the most shocking moment in gaming.
Just a better way to leave your stamp on the game, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like it would be so crazy.
I don't know if he would do it just because he doesn't seem like that type of guy, but it would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be hilarious. But it's just the thing is like, who is going to be this last character? Like you said, it's going to have to be somebody that's going to shatter all the previous announcements, and there's been some freaking incredible previous announcements on the characters. So all heads are looking at Nintendo now.
Excited!
So I am this weekend.
October 5th, which I believe is Tuesday, at like 10 a.m. or something like that. So I'm off that day. I know what I'm doing that morning. I'm watching. So you're going to get the full breakdown, too. You're going to get the full breakdown.
The best thing is, it is on a Tuesday. Hold on, let me see if it is on a Tuesday. If it's on a Tuesday, yes. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we're doing this live on the show.
Are you home?
I'm home in the morning, so I'm gonna do a live broadcast of the.
Be there with you, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, guys. You can join me here as I give you my reaction video. Yeah, we're gonna react. We're gonna explode. We're gonna have some fun, I think. So definitely be here for that one. But let's continue on. Like I said, so many good things about that direct. And so many great things coming around the corner. And we're going to talk about our collectible news right now. And I got one that I got two things to show. Well, actually, no, make it three things to show. And we do all...
Make it the fourth one.
Yeah. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. But we all know that this week is the freaking launch of Metroid Dread. And I am so pumped to get my hands on it. And there's some great goodies if you're a huge fan of Samus Aran like I am. and I am looking forward to purchasing this amazing case. This case for my Nintendo Switch that has the artwork of Samus Aran being chased by the ET, which is a cool name for it. But it's a white case. Samus is in color. And it looks amazing, and like I said, I definitely want it. You can get that on Amazon, and I'm sure you're gonna see it at GameStop eventually. But that's definitely something I already pre-purchased. I already told Josh about that. That was the first thing I sent to him. I was like, got mine. I had to get it right away. And the funny thing is, it's coming from the States because the Canadian Amazon site doesn't even have a listing for it. So, and I haven't seen any listing for. Thanks, Vorpal Queen, for the rescribe. Nice. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, I'm so excited for that. And there's also a controller that you can get for the console for your Switch. It's a wired controller, but it's still good. It's still one of those things where, you know, if you're in fighting games, wired controllers are the best because you don't have any delay between button presses.
No input lag.
Yeah, you got a huge advantage if you're using a wired controller. So we have that coming out. And then also, if you guys are a big Amiibo fan like I am, who owns every freaking Amiibo in the world, there is a new set of Amiibos coming up again for Metroid Dread. It's a 2-pack, and they look incredible. The Amiibos have been so detailed, so collectible, so valuable over the past few years since release. And like I said, I made it my mission to purchase every single Amiibo. And let's just say I've spent some money at Comic Cons and stuff to grab the ones that I didn't find, and then, of course, the exclusives. But that, of course, releases this Friday with the game. It also releases with the new Nintendo OLED systems, which are making their way to the market this Friday as well. So this Friday, let's just say I'm going to be a happy man. I got a huge Friday planned of picking up some goodies. It's my Nintendo day.
But Metroid looks sick.
Oh, yeah, Samus
looks incredible.
That suit looks phenomenal, dude. Like
this
is my most hyped game of the year. Like I know you. Oh my god, I haven't played like all the Metroid games, but this looks phenomenal. Like the movement, I know we're talking about the collectibles, but I'm sorry, Metroid Dread.
We gotta talk about goodies.
I can't believe it's coming out
the game, so.
Oh man, and like Super Metroid is so good, right? So, and I know there's been Metroid games along the way that I played one on the Game Boy Advance that I just couldn't put down, and
Metroid Fusion probably.
I just loved it. I remember being a kid and just I couldn't put down Metroid, and I love Metroidvanias like Ori and the Blind Forest and Will-o-the-Wisp and stuff like that. So I can't wait for this. It's been 19 years since the last game or something like that, and.
I think so, yeah.
I don't think 19 years. I think the last game was Metroid Other M, and I believe that came out in 2000 and either 2010 or 2011. I gotta double check that.
A while though. So anyway, I'm excited. The game looks absolutely gorgeous, and there's almost like that thriller horror feel to it with the Emmy that are chasing you, and like I can't wait. Like I've been trying not to watch many videos anymore because I'm like I want to experience this like fresh when I play, but sometimes I'm scrolling through YouTube and I just see some videos and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a clip.
Here's another one.
I can't wait for this game.
I've watched every clip, every diary thing that Nintendo has posted on YouTube. I am such diehard Metroid fan. Metroid is up there, just like Sonic is to me and Mario. Metroid is my girl. I'm so excited for that game, and like I said, it's one of those things where it's back to the 2D, 3D world style, which I prefer. I kind of like the Prime series. Not a huge fan. It's a first-person shooter type of game, but I just don't find it as interesting as the 2D perspective of Metroid. And I'm loving that she's back to what she does best. And like I said, guys, Friday is my day, and I can thank that that amazing man right there, right beside me, for getting me that
the
collector's
ball.
edition.
Let's go. I got the collector's edition for you, man. It was hard. It was hard to get.
I know. And like when you texted me, like I woke up that morning because I was getting ready for work, and I saw you message me, and I was like, my mouth just like I went from being tired to super excited that I couldn't believe that you were able to get that. So thank you, man. Thank you for doing that for me.
I know how much that game franchise means to you. And I was sitting on Twitter, and a link popped up, and I immediately clicked it, and I got in. And by the time I finished the purchase, I went back, and it was sold out.
Yeah,
it was sold
gone
out.
in seconds. Gone in seconds. But yeah, guys, this Friday is a big day. If you guys are fans of Metroid, there's lots of goodies. If you're going to be buying an OLED Switch that releases, don't forget that it is $50 more than the regular Switch. Though you get some updates to your console. It's not performance updated, but you get a better screen. You get the LAN adapter built into your dock, so you can have
better
that
volume
going.
too, right?
What's that, sorry?
You get better volume on it
Better
too,
volume
right?
and a little bit larger screen than your original Switch.
The kickstand is more solid and the wider base, and you can adjust it anywhere you want. So
exactly.
Some cool additional features for people that play in like tabletop and handheld.
Yeah.
And I want to see what they do with the dock, because you can update the dock now with it being connected to LAN. So is there something in there that's going to update that dock to be like a 4K dock down the road?
That's the thing, right? That's what everyone's kind of assuming. So
I feel like someone's going to tear apart that dock and see what's inside of it to see if they update it. Like, someone's going to do. We'll see.
Yeah, there's some big things, guys, so make sure you check that out this Friday. But Rick, what do you got for us this week, man?
We've got some new pops coming up pretty soon. They Funko announced the new pops for Spider-Man, the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing those ones out. I believe you got Spider-Man, you got Green Goblin, or Hobgoblin, sorry, Black Cat, a couple of the characters, and I saw them on Facebook. I saw Funko had just announced that they're bringing them out, and if you're a fan of Spider-Man, of course, pick them up. Or if you grew up on the animated series back in the day, like I did, that's how I became a huge Spider-Man fan. So yeah, I'm really excited. I want to definitely
good,
gonna pick.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna pick them up because I kind of narrowed down my my Funko Pop collection, so I just narrowed down to Spider-Man. I got a few Mortal Kombat ones, some Star Wars ones, but I kind of narrowed down just to Spider-Man, just because there's so many.
Smart man. It's too addicting. Narrow it down.
Too addicting, right?
There's too many out there, man. There's too many.
Yeah. So I just narrowed it down to Spider-Man, right? So I just don't want to. Just definitely going to get those because I grew up on the animated series back in the day, and I'm excited, and I can't wait to definitely pick up these pops when they come out.
Now, for a thing that my brother didn't explain is that now this is only available at Target. Now, for those of us here in Canada, we don't know if we're going to be seeing these. My guess is that we'll probably have Toys R Us carry these, which they have done in the past. They've brought over their collectible, their exclusives to Toys R Us. So hopefully that we'll get that, because like I said, there's 5 of them. There's Spider-Man, Black Cat, Hobgoblin, Dr. Octopus, and Madam Web that are available. So as of right now, we are not sure that this is going to be coming over here to Canada, or if it is, we are not sure what the supplier is going to be. Like I said, my guess would have to be Toys R Us, because that's pretty much our only dedicated pop releaser. Our Walmarts don't really carry anything. So
or we could try Mind Games in Masonville.
Yeah,
or in White Oaks.
Mind Games might probably have it. So definitely do check that out, guys. There is still no official date on them yet. They're just incoming, so be prepared for those guys. But Josh, what do you got for us this week, man?
So one more time, pulling from the Nintendo Direct. I just took off my new. Collector's piece, but also a controller. With Nintendo announced the N64 coming over, and they announced the Sega as well, so you can get a controller for both. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the N64 controller tonight. So yeah, just like they released when they did the NES and the SNES apps on the Switch, they released controllers for those. So if you're a Nintendo Online subscriber, you can head on through your account and purchase now an N64 controller, which is very cool for the people that grew up with an N64. I am ashamed to admit that I did not grow up with an N64. I was a PS1 kid. I didn't have multiple systems at the time, so PS1 came out a little after the N64, but I missed a lot of N64. I got one now thanks to my wife. She grew up with one, so we have it. I've been able to go back and play some. It's very cool that Nintendo does this. It's if you're gonna play those that app and you want the real feel. I know you can use the Pro controller and the Joy-Cons and whatever, but if you want that feel, playing Ocarina in Time or what else is going to Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, all those games, and feel like you are playing it like you were when you were a kid, you're probably going to want to pick up this controller. Yeah. And you probably want to go and pick it up when it is available immediately, because that first wave is going to sell out right away.
It's going to go quick.
They'll come back because that's what they've done with both the SNES and the NES. But that first wave, they'll get wiped and everyone's going to panic. Then there's going to be an aftermarket. Yeah. But don't buy aftermarket. Don't get the scalpers. Just wait. It'll come. Just don't worry.
Yeah. Just be patient.
You're not going to miss out. Nintendo's going to supply enough. They know how many online subscribers they have. Yeah. They should have the ability to supply everyone. And they're going to get more online subscribers with this package. So I just wanted to point out the N64 controller. And one really cool piece of this is Smash Ultimate. Now you will be able to play a Smash game with every iteration of a controller that Smash has been available on. Yeah. So you got the N64. Cool. Yeah, you got the N64, so you could play it that way. You could boot up Smash Ultimate with the N64 controller. Yeah.
That's so cool.
You got technically just like the Wii U, you got the gamepad, so you can play it in handheld. Yeah. You've got the Joy-Cons, which if you go back to Brawl, you got like the Wiimotes. Yeah. So and then you can have the adapter to hook up your GameCube controller to the Switch. So literally Smash Ultimate not only now has like all these characters and all these maps and everything, now you can legitimately play Smash Ultimate with any controller that you would have played Smash with. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, someone shows up with an N64 controller to play Smash Ultimate, you're in trouble, because that is not the controller of choice.
Nope.
That's a pro's controller.
As nostalgic as that controller is, it is not a good controller, okay? Because it doesn't make any sense. 3 prongs, but that's Nintendo. They do innovative stuff, and they tried something. People love the N64.
It's so cool. I like it.
It's an upside down trident, baby.
Yeah, it's a cool controller, but it is very awkward. So you're in trouble if someone's going to be showing up and playing Smash with that controller. So, but yeah, I want to point out, because for some people this might be a collectible item, right? Yeah. Like you might not even want to open it out of the box because it's something you might just want to display. So again, pulling from the Nintendo Direct, there was a lot of news that day. We skipped over it last week, so I thought I'd bring it into this week's show. Yeah. So very cool that that Nintendo's bringing that. So. And again, like I mentioned, the Sega controller is coming as well, which is kind of crazy to have a Sega Genesis controller on a Nintendo. So, never floats your boat. You can get either of those if you're a Nintendo Online subscriber. So,
yeah, guys. So lots of great news, great content that's happened this past week, and we had fun here tonight as always. Thank you guys for being here.
Always a blast.
Yeah, it always is fun, and like I said, we always go over our time limit, but we're having fun. It doesn't seem like any of us are bored or wanted to run out of here. Don't forget, guys, you can check all of our podcast episodes up on the YouTube channel. Our past episodes are up there for you guys to watch. There's lots of content on my YouTube channel that you guys should check out. So we got unboxing videos, my previous Twitch videos, my playthrough videos. There's something for everybody on my channel, and it's pretty great being able to do so much for you guys and have so much fun. Now this is my return back. I haven't done a show in a week because of how busy this past week has been, but I'm back to doing my regular scheduled shows throughout the week. So make sure you check out that here on the channel. If you guys like the show, Don't forget to hit the follow, or if you're on the YouTube channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe that subscribe button, so like that you guys get notified when I am going on live or when new videos are up on the YouTube channel. But Rick, where can they find you, buddy?
I'm over on Facebook. I have a group called Nerd Central, and like I say every week, get your dogs, get your cats, get your brothers, sisters, and get everyone just join
Dad,
the page.
grandmas, and grandpas.
Yeah, get everybody.
Bring them over. Josh.
Yeah, sorry. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, I was gonna say I thought you got your epic speech of cats and dogs. I thought you were done there for a second. But do check him out, guys. He's on Facebook, and you got the handle there underneath him. Josh, buddy, where can they find you?
Brought this today.
Look at this.
Oh,
look at
it's got that up.
I like that.
So, yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter at IndieLoop, Loop0. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Staying Indie Loop, and Facebook, Staying Indie Loop. Okay, I also stream on Twitch.
There you go.
The
man's everywhere.
That is awesome.
The man's
I also
everywhere.
stream on Twitch, and I will be streaming Monday Hot Wheels Unleashed, which is
baby.
sick. And if you haven't seen that game, so
It looks sick.
twitch.tv/CarrHero, Monday at 9, and then Tuesday at 9. I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Until Dawn because it's spooky season and I wanted to play a scary game. And my first playthrough in the first 2 hours, I had 4 jump scares. So, yeah, see me.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Now that's what I like to hear. But as always, guys, that's it for tonight. That's it for our podcast show, Video and Arcade Brothers. Thank you so much for joining us here. Have a great rest of your weekend. And hopefully me and Josh will see you on our respective channels throughout the week. As always, take care, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.